hello and welcome. It's Liz here again over on Annie's Facebook page, and welcome to another live crochet tutorial. I'm so excited for today because of course we have a fun crochet tutorial, but I also have a couple quick announcements. So if you can see me, if you can hear me, if you're joining me, say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're joining from. There's my friend Lila. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so happy to see all my friends. And even though I can't see your smiling faces, it always makes me feel good just to see your names kind of pop up and know that you're here with me watching today. So that's super exciting. And I have Pauline here and Carol is here. Patricia, hello, hello everyone. So today we're going to do the embossed crochet. So I'm going to show you a little sample of what I have for the video. And I'm in a little bit of a new place today because we're sort of in the process of moving. So bear with me. Just let me know if anything goes wrong with my Wi-Fi, if you can't hear me or see me, but hopefully we're good right now. There's Jane and Margaret and Pam, Teresa and Cindy. Hello everyone. Betty's here and Diane is here. We're doing embossed crochet today, but before I flip my phone and show you this whole pretty leaf, I just have one fun announcement in case you haven't seen it. The Annie's Signature Design Fall 2020 collection is live over on anniescatalog.com, so please check that out. I don't have a picture, but it's gorgeous, of course, and it just went live a few days ago. So there's lots of fun new cardigans, tops, accessories, ponchos, all kinds of fun things, so check that out. So Linda's here, Ann is here, and Ange is here, and Jennifer. Okay, so thank you for joining me, everyone. And Marianne is here from San Francisco, and Susanna and Karen are here. Hello. Ilka says, hi Liz, hi Ilka, hi Susan and Cynthia, Bragg, and Donna, and Joanne. So here we go. This is what I'm going to show you today. These are these adorable little slippers, perfect for fall. And they're just super simple to work the bottom, and then I'm going to show you how to do this embossed part today. So you can make that little leaf motif on there, and then you just sew that onto the top. So this is a really fun design by Lena Skavagerson, and it's on episode, I believe it's 10 of Knit and Crochet Now, the new season. The new season is 11, so if you haven't seen that, check that out too. It's all in the description. Colette is here and Lonnie is here. Hello Lily, and Valerie and Suzanne. Hello all my friends. Hello Margaret. Thanks for joining me, guys. Okay, so here's my little sample in case you just hopped on. This is what we're doing today, embossed, and it's mostly front post stitches and back post stitches, but I'm going to show you how to do each and every stitch. So we're going to work this step by step. I'm using my Encore worsted weight yarn. This is an acrylic wool blend, and I'm going to use my number 5mm hook, okay? So this is a really great soft squishy yarn for anytime you're doing post stitches. It's good to use like an acrylic wool blend. Those turn out really nice. And my 5mm hook. So I've got so many friends here who's ready to get started. You guys want to check this out? Let me flip my phone, and we are going to make embossed crochet. All right, let me get this. Perfect, so hopefully everyone can see what I'm doing here. Yes, Erica's here, Judy's here, and Joyce is here. Hi, Joyce from Ohio. And there's Kelly and Laura. And let me see, I'm not getting everyone's names, but so if I don't say your name, then hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so Jean's here, Jan's here, and Mia is here. Hello. And here's a link to the Annie Signature Design collection I was talking about. That's the brand new collection. It's gorgeous. You guys have to check it out. I love it. So to work this, and let me show you this a little bit closer up. As you can see, this is mostly just all post stitches. It's just in how you work them. And there's a lot of instructions, so I'm going to go over each one with you. But you'll see, you just have to really pay attention to the instructions to know where to work your post stitches and when. Hi, Joan, and there's Rafi, and Eleanor is here, and Dawn and Judy, Lucita Nunez Lucero is here, Joanne is here, and CJ's here. Hi, Vicky and Robin. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I am starting this embossed crochet with I did a chain of 17, and then I did a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook, and then each chain across, so I have 15 double crochets, okay? That's where we're starting. Hi, Tamara, it's good to see your name. Hello, hello, I love to see Tamara every week, and Melissa's here, and Donna's here. So we're doing embossed crochet if you just hopped on. So that was row 1. I'm going to start with row 2. Row 2 starts with a chain 2, and each row is going to start with a chain 2. And then we're going to turn our work, and now we're going to do front post double crochet in the next 3. So if you haven't worked a front post double crochet, there's a lot of them in here, and let me show you how that works. So you're just going to yarn over your hook like you would a normal double crochet, and you're going to come in, instead of going in the top of the stitch, you're going to come in from front to back and work around that stitch, okay? So again, from front to back, and then again from back to front. So you're pushing that stitch towards you, and that's why it's called a front post, because it's being pushed out to the front. And then you just complete a double crochet. So yarn over again, pull through 2, and pull through 2. That's our first front post double crochet. Now we're going to do that 2 more times. So remember, around the post is where we're working. Go in from front to back and just work around that post. And then again, from front to back, you're pushing that post to the front. So that's our first 3 front post double crochets. Now we're going to skip the next double crochet, and then we're going to work a back post double crochet, chain 1, back post double crochet, all in the same stitch. So skip this guy. Now for the back post, we're kind of just doing the opposite of what we did for the front post. So instead of going in from front to back, we're coming from back to front. So yarn over, come in from back to front, and then front to back. And you see what happened? We pushed that stitch to the back. So if it's being pushed to the back, it's a back post. If it's being pushed to the front, it's a front post. Super simple. So back post, chain 1, back post. Now we have to work the next one around that same stitch, okay? So if you can see it right here, if you need to, just push that one down a little bit, and then do the same thing. Work it around that stitch. So we have a back post double crochet, a chain 1, and a back post double crochet all around that same stitch, see? Now we're going to skip the next one, and then front post double crochet around the next 2. So here's a front post and another front post, and you'll see when it starts looking like those gorgeous leaves, it's just so cool. It really looks kind of like nothing now, but when you start seeing that leaf pattern come through, it's gorgeous. Okay, now back post around the next one, and then front post around 4. So here's my next one. I'm going to go from back to front, and then front post around the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we should have just our last stitch left, which was the beginning chain 3. And then we're just going to double crochet into the top, half double crochet into the top of that stitch. So it's like it's the 3rd chain. So we start with a chain 2, and we end with a chain 2, and we end with a half double crochet, because those are shorter than double crochets. And when you're doing these post stitches, because you're not working into the top of the stitch, your stitch is shorter. So it's good to have your half double crochets in between instead of doing double crochets in between, if that makes sense, because when it's a post stitch, it ends up being shorter. Okay, so now I am on to row 3. Just want to make sure my instructions are good. Okay. And lots of friends are still coming on. Hello, everyone. Meredith's here, Kenda's here, Mary's here. And if you just joined me, we are doing embossed crochet. This is what we're going to end up with, these gorgeous leaves. We're on row 3. So we're going to start with a chain 2. Turn your work, and now we're going to back post double crochet around the next 4. So see how these stitches are already in the back? So we're going to come in from back to front and just work that back post double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now they're still being pushed out to the front on the opposite side, but we're on the wrong side of the work. Now we're going to do a front post and then a back post. So front post around the front post, back post around the back post, skip the next stitch, so skipping this one, and then front post in this one. And now we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1 double crochet in this chain 1 space that we made. So double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Front post in the next stitch. So that's this one. Front post there. Skip the next stitch, and then back post in the last 2. So it's all a matter of just making sure you're skipping when you're supposed to skip and increasing when you're supposed to increase. And that's what makes the leaf. Okay, so now I'm just going to half double crochet in the second chain. So first and second. And that's my last stitch of that row. Okay, so for row 4, we do the same thing. We start with a chain 2, turn your work, front post, so front post around the front post, skip the next stitch, and then back post. So we skipped this one, then we did a back post, and it says back post around the next 2. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. And then we're going to we should be up to this chain 1 space. So we're going to do 2 double crochets in the chain 1 space. So that's 1 and 2. And then back post 2, and then front post. So here's 1. So 1, 2, and then a front post. So you'll see it's usually front post around the front post, back post around the back post to keep with the pattern. And then back post around the next, let me see. Front post, back post. Okay, so front post and then back post around the back post, and then we end with front post around the last 4. So the last 4 are front posts, so we're just working more front posts around those. 2, 3, and 4. And then just work your half double crochet into the top of the chain 2 of the previous row. So remember, you do half double crochets and chain 2 in the beginning and end because post stitches are shorter than regular double crochets. Now we're on row 5. Start with a chain 2. And then we're going to back post around the next 4. So like I said, there's a lot of instruction here, so you just have to make sure you're I mean, even though it's all simple stitches, you have to just make sure you're putting the right posts in the right place. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for row 5, we do back post in the next 4, and then front post and then back post. So here's the front post around the front post, and then there's the back post around the back post. And then front post around the next 6. So all of these are front posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Deborah says hello. Hi Deborah. Hi Kathy. Hi Shirley. Hi Elia and Debbie, Deb, and Sherry and Kathy. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. If you just hopped on, we're doing embossed crochet. We're making these really pretty leaves. Okay, so that was my 6 front post doubles. Now you can see the leaf coming together. You can see here's a stem and here's the leaf, so you can really see it coming together. And the last one is a back post around the back post. And if you're doing the instructions right, you'll know it, because if you skipped a stitch, it won't be right. If you have like a front post around a back post, then you'll know you did something wrong, because it's pretty much keeping with front posts around front posts and back posts around back posts. See that leaf already? Love it. It's so pretty. Okay, we're on to row 6, and I'm just going to do a few rows, because once you get past a few, it's pretty much the same thing. You just keep repeating the pattern. So for row 6, we're going to do some decreasing. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We start with a chain 2, turn your work, and then 2 front posts around the next stitch. So here's my front post stitch, and I'm going to put 2 around this one. So that's 1 and 2. The next one can just go right below it there. There's Cindy and Tanya are here, and Barb. Thanks for joining me, everyone. So we're on row 6. That was 2 front post double crochets around the first stitch. Now we're going to do a back post double crochet decrease. So here's my back post and here's my back post. And this is just like you would a regular double crochet decrease. You're just doing it around the post. So yarn over, insert your hook from back to front, grab that post, yarn over, pull it through, and then pull through the first 2 and leave those 2 on your hook. Now do that again, yarn over, come in from back to front, and then front to back, pull up, and then yarn through those 2. So now you should have 3, and then you just yarn over and pull through all 3 to work those 2 stitches together. So you made 2 back post double crochets into 1 back post double crochet. Now we're going to do back post double crochet around the next 2. There's 1, and there's 2, and now we're going to decrease again. So come in from back to front and then front to back. Start working 1 post stitch, keep those 2 loops on the hook, and then do the same thing. Yarn over, grab the next stitch, pull through 2, and then you should end up with the 3 loops on your hook, and then you yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. And then we're going to do 2 front post double crochet around the next stitch. So all these back posts are worked. So around the front post, we're going to put 2 front posts. So that's 1, and then just go right below that for the second one. And 2. So now we're going to start increasing here, so this leaf is going to sort of expand. Okay, 2 for a back post around the, okay, so then a back post, here's that other back post right there. We can't skip that guy. And then front post double crochet on these 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then let me grab some more yarn here. And I'm using my Plymouth worsted weight yarn today. And then we're just going to go in the second chain to work your half double crochet. This is the back of the work. Now we're on row, what row am I on, guys? I think I'm on row 7. Yes, row 7. Chain 2, back post double crochet around the next 4. So here's 1, here's 2, 3, and 4. Front post and then back post. So here's a front post around the front post and back post around the back post, which is right here. And then 2 back post double crochet around the next stitch. So here's that one right there. That was when we worked 2 together. So we're going to work 2 back post double crochets around that one. See if you can see this. Okay, so that's 1. Oops. Okay, so here's my post. We're working around the post. That's 1. And then if you need to, just push it down a little bit so you can work another one around the same post, like that. And that will expand your leaf out. So we did 2 back post double crochet, and now we're going to do a front post double crochet decrease twice. So this is 1 because this is where we decreased it on the previous row. So we're just going to decrease with the front post stitch, okay? So you're going to come in from back to front around that entire post and yarn over, pull through the first 2, and then keep those on the hook, and then we're going to grab the next front post stitch. There it is. And then yarn over, pull through those 2, and then we just yarn over and pull through the last 3. And then we're going to do that again. So see, this is 1 post stitch, and this is 1 post stitch here. So we just decrease that by yarning over, pull through the first 2, keep those 2 loops on the hook, and then yarn over around the next post, pull through the first 2 until you have 3 on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. And then what we did was, see, we expanded it out and then we decreased it at the top so it comes to a point. And now 2 back posts around the next stitch. So we need to work 2 around here. And that's 1. And then just push it down if you need to work the next one around the same stitch. That's 2, and then 1 more back post double crochet. And then for my last stitch, we just go into the second chain, 1, 2, with a half double crochet. So Lynette and Georgelina and Diane are watching, and there's Sue and Rosa and Marie and Eleanor. This is what we did together. So we just started with a row of double crochet, and we just worked all these post stitches. Some of them were worked together, some of them were increases, some of them were decreases, but it's all simply front post and back post double crochets. That's the entire pattern. with a half double crochet on the ends. Now see, here's my bigger sample. You can see you just continue repeating the pattern. So it's a good, I think, 11 rows before you start the repeat. So the main thing that you have to focus on is just make sure you're on the right, because there's a lot of instruction. It's not hard, there's just a lot of instruction, so make sure you hold your place to know which stitch is which. And that is it. So then you just put that around. Once you make the sock part, you just sew that around. And these are such adorable, cute little socks for fall. So here's where we left off. I'm traveling, so I have my little pendant here. This is like a perfect little travel size scissor. So I'm gonna be done with this sample, and then all I have to do is just go like this and put my yarn right like that, and it just cuts it like really small and simple. So this is what I like to use when I travel, because it doesn't take up a lot of room in my stuff, and you can even hang it on your keychain or a necklace. See, it's a little for a pendant. But yeah, you can use any one of these to cut your yarn. I love this. It's really super cute. And we put the link in the description for these little clover pendants. And that's the way I finished my sample, cut my yarn, and I want to flip my phone. So if you missed last week, we also used the Plymouth Encore worsted weight yarn. Last week's tutorial was the diamond stitch, and that was a lot of post stitches too. So if you missed that, go over to Annie's Facebook page and you can watch, you can go to the playlist, and all of my old videos are on that playlist if you missed any of them. So everyone who is here with me today, I want to thank you so much for being here. And it's so nice to, even though I can't see your smiling faces, it's so nice to see everybody's names here, Val and Karen and Susan and Mary and Barbara and Stephanie. So I hope you join me again next Friday at 12. I'm here every Friday at 12 Eastern on Annie's Facebook page. And everyone have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye.